Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? Don't know if I've done a reading for you before. I always like to explain real quick how this works. I see, hear, feel, sense, know. They talk to me, but they also show me pictures, and I call it spiritual charades. And I try to describe the picture the best that I can because they never waste a message. They don't waste their energy. There's always a reason for whatever they show or say. So if it doesn't make any sense now, you'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later and go, oh, I know what she's talking about. This is not an exact science. We communicate the best way we can. So sometimes you got to stretch it outside the box a little bit. They won't give me all the details. They'll give me just enough so hopefully you'll understand what they're talking about. It's their show, their ball game, within reason. And so far, nobody gets out of hand because they know I won't put up with it. Got to be nice. And they're always nice because it's all about love. It's all about love once we get there. Anyway, we're going to talk to your mom today. She comes in with some very strong energy. Very, very strong. Her energy is like awesome, like big, like, ooh, like, I mean, not in a, I don't want to say bully type of way, but just her energy is very strong. Very full of love for you. You feel her. You feel her. And I never know how somebody else is going to feel it because everybody feels the energy different, but it's like she's filling the whole room, like you can just feel it. Usually it's like, when somebody walks in the room and you don't hear them, you don't see them, but you feel them. You feel the presence of somebody there and you turn around and go, ah! It's like that, only hers is almost, I don't want to say overwhelming because that's not quite, that's more of a negative word. Just very strong presence. She says she's almost like a cloud around you, and I'm not talking about like the little black cloud that follows a little cartoon guy around. I'm talking about just enveloping you with her strength and her energy and her love. And she makes me want to go, ooh, you know how you get that sudden chill? And that's not a bad thing. So know when you get that, that just kind of runs through you. I don't get that very often. I did the other day though. Anyway, know that that's her. That's her energy. Validate her, acknowledge her, tell her you love her, ask her to bring you more if you want more. That's your free will choice. She said she's amping up her power. She's amping up her power. She needs to be very strong for your brother. So she's really amping her power up, trying to get him to feel her, trying to envelop him with this, she's knocking on his head. Ooh, my guides do that to me all the time. She's knocking on his head like, hey, hey. That's what my guides do to me. And they go, Rhonda, what the hell are you doing? You're messing up. She's go, hey, hey. She's knocking on his head. So he should feel we don't have fingers anymore. We don't need this heavy earthly body. So I don't damn new teeth. I don't know if he's going to, like I said, I don't know how other people feel the energy, whether he'll get a headache every so often. I know when they do it to me, sometimes I get a headache right there where they hit me. Well, they don't really hit you, but my Bob always uses like a pool noodle, whacks me over the head, like, stop it, Rhonda. I love you too. So she's tapping him on the head. So he could possibly feel that little thump, 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 thump. sometimes when they really want to get my attention, and I'm only explaining what they do to me because like I said, I don't know for sure how you guys will feel the energy. It was like 3 pinpricks. And I said, hey, that hurt. I mean, they were really trying to get my attention. I said, who the heck is doing that to me? And I have B.O.B. tattooed on my ankle, and the next pinprick was right in the middle of my tattoo. So then I knew who it was. He was trying to get my attention. So, okay, she's showing me a little clearer. She's showing me him sitting like this. He feels her presence around him. But he may not know what it is, but he feels that. And I know a lot of times it's harder for guys that they're not so easily accepting of this woo-woo stuff, as people call it. But he's got his head kind of in his hands, like almost like a migraine type pressure in his head. Now, see, I don't usually delve in other people's energy because it's kind of unethical. But she's telling me he's confused, not sure how to get out of this mess, can't see past his nose. Everything's really heavy right now. Swimming in his own shit. And she's talking another language. So, even if I get a spirit that's never spoke English, they can still talk. But she's making a point of speaking another language. I'm going to say Spanish. I don't know. But she's talking very fast. And she's jabbering to him. You're not listening. You're not listening to me. You're not listening. You're not listening. She's trying to tell him that. And I always tell people we have telepathic ears up here. I've talked to a real live person, telepathic, but she's good. And so you can hear it up here. He can. She just keeps telling him, you're not paying attention. You're not paying attention. And it's almost like he's trying to block it out. Like there's voices in my head and I need to block this crap out. It's confusing me. He's not listening. He's not listening. Mom says there's nothing you can do except support him. This is his path. This is his lesson to learn. This is his life. This is his hiccup. He has to decide to make the right step. It's his chore. And she used the word chore. When they get close, they make my head itch. Just love him. Support him in his decisions, good or bad. It's not for us to judge. And no, we don't get judged when we get there. We are cleansed, made whole, nothing but love. So don't worry about him going to hell. It doesn't work that way. It's all about love. Now, Mom says, let's talk about you. How much I love you. How much I admire you. How much you've grown up. How special you are. How loving you are. Willing to give up a lot for others. And she's not talking about just your brother. Can't quite catch what she's saying. Mom wants to know when you are going to realize how special you are, how beautiful you are. Not just to me, but to a lot of people around you. Sometimes you feel like you're just this little speck of sand. Sometimes you don't feel appreciated. Sometimes you feel like if you weren't here, it wouldn't make any difference. But it always makes a difference. Okay. She wants me to explain. It's like let's say we're all just a big ocean, and every one of us is a little drop in that ocean. But if you take a bunch of those drops out, it turns into a lake. I mean, we're all a spot, a speck, a splash in this world. But when you take us out when we're not supposed to be gone, the ripples just expand. And she stopped at and and come on, Mom. She just says ripple effect. You're not quite getting it through. I'm trying to get some signs from her. Okay. I don't know for sure what this is. She's got like a notebook. I'll use my little notebook. And she's taking the pages and she's kind of going, well, that's not working very well. Do it again. She's fanning the pages. But it's more like a spiral notebook. Doesn't have to be exact. That's a little spiral notebook. And she's still fanning the pages. So if you have a spiral notebook or something along that line and you have written in it, she's not explaining. You'll feel that little breeze, number one. You'll hear it. You know, you hear those pages fan. You hear those pages fan. And I always ask them for something unique because everybody knows about butterflies and coins and feathers. Do it again. So there's something in this notebook. I don't know if you need to go back and look at it. You need to start writing in it again. It's like she fanned the pages. She stopped part way and she stuck a pen in there, like an ink pen, almost like to mark a page in there somewhere. If you've got a spiral notebook in front of you that you've been writing in or something, fan it and see where the pages stop or something. I don't know exactly what she's getting at. They don't always explain everything. Now she's showing a book with print. And it's like she opens the book and lets it open to whatever page it wants to. So if you've got a book you've been reading or getting ready to read or haven't read yet, or something you've been thinking about reading, I'm not sure what book this is. Oh, all I see is the words book it. BOOKIT. Special. Something special about this book. Just flop it open and look and see what's on the pages that it opens to, or look at the number of the pages, or it'll be something in the print. It will be some kind of message for you. She said wig and then wigwam. Wigwam is Indian. I would associate with Indians. Wig. Sometimes they just throw words out. And it's not for me to know the details. None of my business. I don't need to understand it. Be you, do you. You need to learn how you are special. Not that person, not that person, not that person. You need to learn how you are special inside. She said, you haven't quite learned that yet. And nobody else can do it for you. She says, people can make you feel bad, but that's only because you allow it. Because their opinion of you is none of your business. She says, they do that, push that away. Because if they make you believe it, that's on you. Because that's not true. There's somebody she wants to drop kick. And that's the word she used. Feels like a male. Not 100%. Not 100% on that. Because she's not showing me or telling me a name or anything. And we do kind of stink at names. She wants you to light a fire under your ass. Stop procrastinating. And then I hear the word music. Okay, I'm not sure what. Okay, let me see if we can figure out what the music association with that is. I don't know if there's something that you want to do with music. You just love music. I'm not sure how the music associated with lighting a fire under your ass. But you can also use music to get messages from her. So, okay, the way I call it first song on the radio. And if I want a message from my Bob, I go, okay, when I go out and get in my truck, and well, I don't go to work, but let's say you go to work. And so before, while you're drinking your coffee or something, before you leave for work, you go, first song on the radio when I get in my vehicle, I want to be a message from Mom. And then pay attention. First song, when you turn the vehicle on. It could be the artist name, it could be the name of the song, it could be the whole song, and it can be just the very line of the song that you hear as soon as you turn it on. You'll know when you hear it. I also use it with the jukebox where I go, first song on the jukebox. be a message to me. And then people wonder why I sit in my chair and just smile real big because they don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, usually I don't know what the hell's going on either. Welcome to my head. So try that. Or when I come out of Walmart, first song on the radio, that, just try it. She says you love music. Like, she's going like this, like bouncy music. Okay, she says, oh, they make my head itch. Their energy makes my head itch. Something about a river. Something about the river. I know I love to go sit by a river. I love to walk by my river. That's my spot. Don't know what it is about the river. They don't always explain. And a hat. Something about a hat, a special hat. I know she wants you to wear a hat, or you have a hat of hers, or you have a hat that you really love to wear. Okay, she asked me to pull one of my release cards for you. They do that sometimes. Surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Boy, do I stink at this. I stink at doing that myself. And she's playing with that notebook again. So you get a piece of paper and if you have a negative thought, write it down, and beside it, write 3 to 5 positive things that will counteract that. And do that. And you don't have to write it down. You can do it in your head. Like I said, I stink at it myself. Once you start retraining your brain to have the positive thought instead of the negative thought, and not hanging on to that negative thought to switch it over to the positive thought, she wants you to do that. They're smarter than we are. They know best. Are you ready to rock and roll? I don't know that she's talking about the music. You are my baby. Always will be. Again, I feel her energy just building up. Very, very extremely strong presence. And she's doing that to you and your brother. So hope she's trying to get you to feel her there so you know she's there. She says you know. All right. This doesn't have to be an exact picture, but she's showing like the couch sitting up against the wall, and there's a picture window or a large window behind it. The curtains are pulled shut, but it's like, I don't know if she's saying that you're doing this, or maybe she used to do this. I'm not sure where she's going with this. But it's like she pulls the curtain, like the curtains are shut. She pulls it to the side just a little bit, kind of looks, and then lets go of the curtain, and then pulls. I don't know if she's talking about this literally, physically. So watch for that curtain to move a little bit, or watch for that curtain to, maybe you have it open and it moves shut a little bit, or vice versa. Or you just maybe, and usually when they move something, it's just very slight. It's hard to see. It's usually not this big whopping thing. So anyway, or if she's, I hate to be so vague, or if she's talking like you literally peek out there and then you go, yep, no, I'm not going out there, and you shut the curtain. Yep, no, I'm not going out in that big bad world, and you let go of the curtain. She says, open the curtain. Let the sunlight in. Let the world in. You can't hide. Something she feels like you're hiding from. And it doesn't have to be that you're actually stuck in your house hiding. It could be that you're emotionally hiding from something. Take it with a grain of salt. You are perfect in every way. Look at yourself through the eyes like I look at you. Look at yourself. I see you as perfect. Look at yourself that way. Okay, I hear I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. But what she wants you to do is every time you go past the mirror, you know how us girls, we go past the mirror, we always look like, okay, is my shirt straight? Or, do I look okay? Do I need to suck my gut in? That's what I do anyway. When I walk by a mirror, I go, oh, my hair's out of place. That kind of thing. She says when you look in a mirror, you kind of look for what's wrong. What's wrong with you? You look to see if your hair's out of place or your shirt's crooked. Mom says when you walk by that mirror and you look, say, I love you. Not to her, to yourself. When you walk by that mirror, go, I love you. I love you. You're a beautiful person. She says, get a sticky note, put it on your bathroom mirror that says, I love you. So you remember when you go in there and brush your teeth. Okay. Let's see what she's getting at. Like, I'll go in there and brush my teeth, and I see myself brushing my teeth, but I don't really see myself. I don't really look at myself. I really don't make eye contact with myself. And she said she wants you to literally look at yourself in a mirror and go, I love you, until you believe it, that you're worthy to love yourself. She says, do it over and over and over till you feel like you deserve to love yourself. Don't worry about those things behind you. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about all that stuff. And she said stuff. Because when you look in that mirror and you look in your eyes, you're not looking at the stuff behind you. You're looking at you. I like that. I've never heard it put that way. You don't you make eye contact with yourself. You don't look over here and look at whatever's behind you. You're not going that way. That's for me. She's mentioning an Ashley. Now, we kind of stink at names, getting names. We used to get them exact. Now we don't so much anymore for whatever reason. So it's at least a female with an ASH name. But she said Ashley. That she's acknowledging. Something about kindred spirits. So this could, I don't know if it's a friend of yours or was a friend of hers. She's not saying if that person is here or up there with her. Oh, she's correcting me. She's not actually up there. She's right in front of you. They're actually here. It's honestly like they're on the other side of the wall in the next room. I promise you 1,000%. She can hear you. She can see you. She can see you. Talk to her all you want to. She says she's there for you 24/7. Don't be afraid to ask her to help. And I don't know if I've already said this, but they cannot override your free will choice. You have to ask and you have to allow. So if you need help with something, just want a little extra love because her energy is, like I said, very, very strong. She's I don't want to say powerful, but she's very strong. She says not in an ego way, not anymore, and she starts laughing, like really laughing out loud. Not anymore in an ego way. Know that she loves you very much, and she hears you, and she's going like this. She's listening. She says, "Tell me all your problems. I'm listening." It's like she's on the other end of the telephone. You just can't hear her back. All right, there's some kind of, she's saying clatter, but usually they'll show me like, if if the silverware is clattering in the drawer or something. But she just says there's a clatter. Some kind of, I don't know what she means by clatter. She's not giving me a picture or a sound of what's clattering. But you're going to hear a clatter. And you might even just hear the word clatter. Clatter could be in the song. Clatter could be the name of the artist. I don't know. Clatter. Because she's not telling me. And usually they'll tell me what kind of noise, like if it's spoons hitting together or, something like that. So I know what to tell you to listen for, the exact sound. But she's not doing that. So, and the clatter could be on TV, could be on Facebook, could be as you're walking through the store. You'll just know. She says, okay, don't forget the mirror. Don't forget to put the note on there. And don't forget to love yourself first. Because if you don't love yourself first, nobody else will. And I know I've learned, it was very, very hard for me to learn because as girls, we just give and give and give and we forget about ourselves. We deplete ourselves. We don't have anything left to give anybody else. That was a hard lesson for me to learn. With that, she's leaving. She's blowing you kisses. And it's like when she blows the kisses, these little hearts are just kind of floating towards you. She says to watch for her on Valentine's Day. So on Valentine's Day, watch for, you could be walking through the store or anything and some little, darn it, sorry, coffee's making me belch. Could be like a single little heart laying on the floor, or I find weird things on the dash of my truck even though the windows are up and the doors are locked. Just, it could be, this little heart could be anywhere. And I know there's hearts all over on Valentine's Day, but just watch for some heart to be in a strange place, different, someplace it shouldn't be. I don't know, something along that line. She's putting the love inside you, her love inside you. It's like I can feel it. Okay, with that, she's leaving. Much love to you, my dear. Thank you for allowing me to be her voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.